actually, there's no exact science to this.
So you have to make it a little even bigger than what fits.
I cut about an 1/8 inch bigger, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. What to do with that knife? You want it? Are you gonna score it in the middle like this? I want it to be just like yours. You have to score it down the center where you're gonna crease it. You don't cut it all the way through though. What are you doing?
I'm videotaping it for YouTube.
No, no, we're not putting this on YouTube.
Well, Pam can send it to us so we can see how to do it.
Yeah.
It's all there's no science to this.
Yes, there is.
Apparently there is.
Oh my God, how fast he's going.
There is an art.
No, it's trial. You do a lot of trial and error.
We can send this to Dwayne.
Oh yeah, part of this is going to Dwayne
Yeah.
tonight, like minutes from now.
Be sure and take a picture of that.
Oh wow, he brought a tool.
But yeah, it's called glue.
Glue.
But it's not just any glue, it's a gun.
It's a glue gun.
So what kind of glue Robert used on the gun?
And then where's my little roller?
So how'd you know where to draw that line?
I just kind of put
You
them. I
match
use that
those.
as a guide, but it doesn't always work. Yeah. Well, this actually helps.
Deck poly's roller. Never thought you'd use one of those again, huh?
So see how it's got that little arrow there? Most
I like that.
cardboard boxes have that. They don't all have that. Sometimes you just have to. Like the ones that we made out of, what is that stuff? The sparkling water and some of those. They don't really have any guides. There's really not much you can do.
They figure people that are making those are sober, so they don't need the extra guides.
Probably something like that.
No, they just use 3 cases of beer.
It's only 3 cases.
It could be 3 cases of Diet Coke, people.
Well, they're just talking about sugar in it. Well,
Yeah, it could be.
I guess Diet Coke is not sugar.
The only way this could be any more entertaining is if Robert was in his underwear.
You want me to strip?
No.
Do not ask him to strip.
That's why YouTube.
I'm wearing underwear.
Okay.
I guess you know from experience that they'll comply.
So where did you see this first? Saw somebody with one? Or?
Yeah, at a
Flea market or?
yeah, it was a fair thing, and they were selling them for about $25. I thought it's a cardboard box, leftover beer. You can't be that.
Well, the supplies cost at least $20.
Yeah, 3 cases.
Yeah, once you drink everything, I guess. And then this part. Here's the deal. It's kind of plumb if you're, if it's bigger than a 7.5, which this is like a 6 5/8 or something. So this is the part where it doesn't work out real well. I can probably get it right because I've done it. But it's easy to end up with them too big. You kind of have to just mess up a bunch of them. But you can take these home with you and you'll have the pattern.
I'll wear it every day.
Hmm?
I'll wear it every day.
Take pictures.
Perfect for mowing lawn.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna bring it in a little bit.
So when you score the top, you do that on the underside, or?
Yeah, I just scored it so it makes it easier to crease.
Don't wear them in the rain, though, I guess.
I was just going to ask.
I don't know. They got that wax coating on them. I've worn this one in the rain, the one I have a lot.
Did you show up on your construction sites with that?
No.
Sweat.
The OSHA would have something to say about that.
Yeah.
Be
Plus they're the root
encouraging
beer. The one's
drinking.
made out of root beer. I may still made it a little too big. We'll see how. If not, we'll start with the smallest person so that we can reuse it on somebody else's head. It's gonna be close.
So you're just putting the edges together there?
The
What step?
They're not all the way together.
Hasn't walked us through it very well.
well, there's nothing to walk through.
It'll be a step-by-step
You
thing.
just glue. There's just 4 joints where you glue it.
Pam will send the video out.
The video's not gonna help, not very much, but
But there's all kinds of considerations that need to be verbalized.
that would be not for the specialist to do, but the teacher,
It's maybe too
generalist.
big. No, it's gonna be alright. It's gonna be
See,
alright.
he's got the experience, but not necessarily the teaching.
Be alright. And then you cut all this crap off. It's too big. So I cut this off several times. So like,
See, I thought that was all like sandwiched between the brim.
no. So you get it whittled down to the right size.
You wanna do an initial sizing? I mean, when do you do that? When do you test to see if it's gonna work?
It's
Is there
gonna
any
work.
recovery?
It's gonna work.
Okay.
It's gonna work fine.
We can scan you. You'll be a case of Lone Star Light.
It'll be fine. Where's my Sharpie?
Sure.
It's gonna be worth $19.58. Actually, it takes 2 cases, right, to make this?
Or the box cutter,
Or
or
3?
Three, yeah.
Which is my beer? This one? Did you borrow my Sharpie? Did you give it
Oh, Teresa, do you,
So
what
it's
did you
actually
do
like-
with the
You'll generate
Sharpie?
enough for a couple of hats. There might be one in that drawer right there.
So it's actually like $60 worth of material.
Yeah, $20
See
a
what you
case.
enjoy the material, so.
$15 a case.
Stanley.
That $25 price.
Depends on the beer. Depends on the beer.
It's all in proportion now.
This is a good reason to want to drink cans.
Yep.
Maybe we could make like a scarf out of it.
matching bandana.
Out of this, oh no, from like the bottles, you know, like a 6-pack of bottles, you can make the scarf.
Maybe some slippers.
Oh, what do you do
How do you
now?
know where to cut that?
Because he's probably
I
done it.
drew a line on it after I set the brim down on it.
Oh, see, okay.
So I put the brim down on here and then I marked around it.
So you just got a bunch of those to,
Flare it out.
Yeah, you just make a bunch of slots.
So, close up to the line.
Those
Okay.
get sandwiched between the pieces.
All right. Cutting up to the line.
Yeah, who says you don't learn anything from Bay Party?
Or you can just leave it as is, and it's like your Lone Star Light Shriner hat.
You can be a fez.
Fez. Ha. Lone Star Fez.
You can make fez out of just the 6-pack bottle holders. That's all you need. And then I gotta find my spray adhesive that I brought.
Ooh, I'm smelling that glue. Is it touching something?
You know,
Yeah.
you can like put the glue on the, you don't use the hot glue there? Oh, it's to put the 2 pieces together.
Put the 2 pieces together.
Gotcha.
Okay, so now you fold all these out like this. And then where there's double cardboard, this is the improvements I've made over the generations. The good flat surface allows you to stick it down and kind of test fit it. You know what I mean? See if it's good, you need to cut some more or not. It's gonna be a pretty good fit, actually.
The material is getting the.
Oh, if you're drinking
You gotta
it,
already be drinking something.
The Formica is good because the hot glue doesn't stick to it.
Yeah,
So you can mash it down and then peel the hot glue up.
right off. I learned that in my craft days.
Yeah. So
I
then
bet you never made a beer hat though.
I
No, we
separate.
weren't making beer
Okay,
hats.
so you're
with the
separating
girls.
the
Some of these are
layers.
double layers, and it just makes it easier if
Yeah.
you peel those apart and cut those off. This
There
is,
are lots of considerations here.
well, these weren't all from the first generation.
Any sweatbands in there? Just a little brow sweat.
Yes, I've made one with those. You have to enlarge it like a 1/4 inch
little bit.
You have to make it a lot bigger. Yeah, I've got the little eyelets if you want that
Alright.
you can poke holes. The real durable ones, which I was gonna do with that other one, is there's a little eyelet thing and you punch it in here, and so it
A
actually
rivet?
it's a rivet, but it's
Oh, yeah.
hollow, and it'll punch through that before you put these on, and it actually holds it. It makes a more durable hat. So if I
And it
mark
vents
them,
it.
and it vents them.
And I was gonna say, aren't those vents? They're
Yep.
on your hat right there that I'm
Yes,
looking at.
just.
Yeah, you
That's
can
what
buy.
you're
You
talking
can
about,
you can
those.
use those, and they're also a rivet. So you can stop filming if you want.
Do you think
Exactly.
Dwayne will have gotten the idea by now?
Are you gonna send this 40
I sent him
megabyte file
I
to
sent him
Dwayne?
two
Couple
clips, just
clip-
little
okay.
clips. And I told him that Robert brought arts and crafts for us, face style.
I think we need to send him actual materials and the video so that
No,
he can try
Dwayne's
it.
not.
Ship
No,
him, 'cause,
Ship him,
oh,
'cause-
he'll never
Dwayne-
be able to figure it out.
no,
That's good.
Dwayne's not that kind of guy.
And then you can report back next year.
Well,
and
that's
see.
the-
I think we
Come
should
back
challenge
next
him
year.
to do that. Yeah,
Challenge him.
it'll be a
There may
challenge.
be someone in his family that's crafty.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Because otherwise
It's
he'll
not
show up
Dwayne.
next year, be the only one without one, and we'll never hear the end of it.
You
Right.
know what? I'll share mine. I'd be nice. I don't know that I'm getting one, but
I should have got
Well,
it.
if not, you can cut an Oreo.
there you go.